Lots of music coming up. Adam Lambert was American Idol's most flamboyant contestant to date and synonymous with the term guyliner.
And although he did not win the last season of the reality show, he lost title to Chris Allen. The glam rocker, though, won the hearts of many fans, including those here in Singapore.
Adam was in town recently to promote his debut album, For Your Entertainment, and Hasnita Majid caught up with him for a cozy chat.
The past year has been very intense for you, I suppose, because you've been touring, you cut an album. So how would you describe the past year? Crazy, would you say?
Yeah, totally crazy, but in the best possible way. Obviously, I was on American Idol. That was an amazing experience. I learned a lot. I got myself out there, and now people know who I am, and that is the best thing for an entertainer like me. And then after that, I made an album, which was done in about 3 months, which is very fast.
Wow.
Yeah, very fast. I did a summer tour of the United States with the rest of the American Idols, which was also very intense. And then after the album was finished, I started promoting it and performing songs from it, and it's been a dream come true.
So what's the best part about being famous?
Best part about being famous is getting to travel, like the opportunities and the adventures that I'm having right now. Obviously, I'm here in Singapore right now. I was in Australia earlier this week. I get to go to Tokyo and to London and to Germany, and it's just the opportunities that I get and the people that I get to meet is probably the best part.
It's late at night and I can't sleep. Missing you just runs too deep. Oh, I can't breathe, thinking of your smile.
How do you get away from it all? You need your private time.
Yeah, and there's definitely private time. I mean, back at home there are, times where I have the weekend off, or I have about 4 days off, or I'll have even like a week off and I'll take a little trip. That's another nice part about being famous is I have a little bit more money now, so that I can go on vacation.
Oh, nice. Okay, let's talk a bit about your album sales. Is there this kind of rivalry between you and Chris, or do you guys have a bromance going on?
We don't have a rivalry. We're good friends. We got along really well on the show. And ironically, I mean, yes, my album might be selling better than his, but his single's selling better than mine. So it really, it doesn't really matter either way. I mean, I think we're both very lucky to have success, and we're both really happy with that. And it's not a competition.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you guys are friends.
We're totally
Cool.
friends. Yeah, we're definitely cool.
Okay. Your first album, you had a bit of Pink, Muse, and even Lady Gaga in it. So how much creative input did you provide to make it your own?
Well, 5 of the tracks on the album I co-wrote myself. So those were really important to me because they came from personal experiences. Vocally, they were definitely my own voice. And then the songs that were selected by other people were songs that resonated with me, songs that I felt that I could get behind artistically and musically, and songs that I could make my own. And luckily, with virtually every song in the production process, I was able to voice my opinion, and it was always heard.
Okay.
So I did feel very involved from in every track and every element of the album.
Are we going to see more of this kind of songs in your future album, or are you looking at experimenting with some others, like jazz maybe?
Maybe, probably not jazz, but I think definitely I see myself experimenting with other styles in the future. I would love to get into, even deeper into the electronic thing. I would like to try some funk music. I would love to go into maybe some soul, maybe some harder rock. I mean, who knows what the future holds.
Talk a bit more about your music influences. Who are your influences, and how much of that is sound and how much of it is image?
Sound and image are 2 very important parts of who I am as an artist, of course. I think music does come first, but the image is a huge part of it as well. Someone like David Bowie is a big influence on me, but he's actually a bigger influence on me visually than he was even musically. And then there's artists, that I listen to, like Prince, and he's also another one that's both, both musical and visual. Artists like Robert Plant from Led Zeppelin and Freddie Mercury from Queen are more vocal influences on me as opposed to the way they looked. So it kind of depends.
So who would you like to collaborate with?
I would love to actually collaborate with David Bowie at some point. I think that would be an honor and a dream. I'd love to sing with Christina Aguilera. That'd be fun. I don't know. I think it'd be fun to perform with Beyonce on stage. It'd be fun to collaborate with Justin Timberlake. There's a lot of contemporary artists that I think would be really interesting to work with.
So on that note, who are you listening to? Maybe you can name me 3 songs on your playlist.
I listen to a lot of like contemporary pop music. I love it. You know, I like Lady Gaga a lot. Telephone, that new song. I'm listening to that all the time. It's great. Let me see, two others. I love Goldfrapp, the UK group. They have a new song called Rocket that I really like. Yeah, you know, just, you know, it's what a lot of other people are listening to. I really like it. There's also an album by a group called Mike Snow.
Okay.
That's really, really great. It's very, like, soothing and kind of vibey, and I like to put that on to chill out.
All right.
Yeah.
Now your rise to fame has as much to do with your voice as it is with your stage theatrics. I mean, the term guyliner was, I think, invented for you. So now when people say guyliner, everyone thinks of Adam Lambert. So is that how you want to brand yourself as an artist?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's important to carve out your niche and to kind of have, like, your thing, you know? And obviously, like, the eye makeup and the nail polish is kind of, you know, synonymous with what I'm about. And I just think it's glam. I mean, to me, glam is something that for men is kind of not as common as it used to be. And I really enjoy it. So I'm trying to kind of resurrect it. Glitter and all.
I have a fan question for you here. Someone asked whether has any band actually approached you to be their frontman? That's a fan question.
No, actually, no bands have approached me. There was a rumor that Queen approached me, but that didn't actually happen. What actually happened was, oh, we would love to work with you someday. It was just a basic, generic kind of interest. And that is a huge honor because Queen is like an amazing band, one of my all-time favorites. I think for me, it was more important to do a solo project. I have the opportunity after American Idol to make an album, and I wanted to do that. Being in somebody else's band really isn't as appealing to me right now.
And I know in some ways I'm kinda evil. I got my roots and you got ties, but my heart's no stranger to upheaval. Put your middle hand in mine and look into my eyes. Oh, you made me wanna listen to.
So what would you like to say to your Singapore fans?
Singapore fans have been so sweet, so just polite, respectful, warm, and friendly, and I've really enjoyed the interaction.
Where do you see yourself maybe 10 years from now?
10 years, I don't know. I think if I had my way, I would love to keep performing and making albums and music videos and touring and just evolving and becoming even, you know, a more specific artist and discovering new parts of myself musically. Just expressing myself, maybe even moving into film at some point. Just entertaining people. That's what I'm here to do.
I'm about to turn up the heat. I'm here for your entertainment.